News 1030 is brought to you by Jagadamba Steel, Deshko Merudanda, Cell, Jagadamba Cement, Century Bank, Saral Banking, Sabaika Lagi, Real Burst Litchi, the new age Mahindra XUV 500. May your life be full of stories. Nepal Top Sub Tik Tak, Midas E-Class.
Good evening. Welcome to News 1030. This is Rasna Paudel. First, the headlines. Clause-wise discussions on Amendment Bill of the new Constitution 2015 continue at Constituent Assembly. At least 5 people lost lives in a bloody violence in different parts of the country. Government adjusts public transport fares after an agreement with transporters. Rooney makes history by breaking Charter's goal scoring record in the Euro 2016 qualifier against Switzerland. And European Commission President Juncker announces plans to offer comprehensive response to Europe's migrant crisis.
प्राकृतिक विपत्तिले निम्त्याएको अकल्पनीय क्षति र भौतिक संरचनाहरूको जीर्ण अवस्था यो सबै देखेपछि अब सिमेन्ट छनौट प्रक्रियाबारे गहिरिएर सोच्नुपर्ने अवस्था आएको छ। त्यसैले रोजौं यस्तो सिमेन्ट जसले आफ्नो मजबुत भरोसा एवं अदम्य साहसद्वारा तपाईको हरेक निर्माणलाई गुणस्तरीयताको प्रमाण स्वरूप प्रस्तुत गर्दछ। हाईटेक ओपीसी सिमेन्ट हरेक निर्माण गुणस्तरीयताको प्रमाण।
अब रेड बुल क्याश पुल को पुल अफरिङमा नगद पुरस्कार अझ धेरैलाई रु 1000, 2000, 5000, 10000, 20000 र 1 लाख।
अब रेड बुलमा क्याश जित्ने अझै धेरै चान्स।
रेड बुल, the one and only energy drink.
Presenting LG refrigerators with world's first ever cool technology that retains cooling for 7 hours during long power cuts.
Wow!
And now also save up to 36% energy with a new smart inverter compressor.
Real School of Nepal. Real School of Nepal 2015 अन्तर्गत मध्यमाञ्चलमा हुने रिजनल फाइनल्स को लागि सेप्टेम्बर 1 देखि 14 तारिक सम्म महानगरी काठमाडौँ आउँदैछौ। रियल स्कुल अफ नेपाल, जिन्दगी रमाउँछ, फ्रुट पावरले जिताउँछ।
Galvinator, the coolest one. Galvinator, the coolest one.
Eye on the ball, eye on the ball.
Chocolates. मम्मीले गाली गर्नुहुन्न?
तपाई नि खाने हो?
नो चकलेट्स। दाँत खराब हुन्छ।
किन तपाई ब्रश गर्नुहुन्न?
अफ कोर्स गर्छु।
त्यही पनि मम्मीले गाली गर्नुहुन्छ? त्यसो भए तपाई यो लिनुस्।
डाबर रेड पेस्ट।
अब नो दाँतको प्रब्लम, नो गाली, ओके?
दिनहुँ दाँत ब्रश गरे पनि डेन्टल प्रब्लम्स, त्यसो भए आफ्नो पेस्ट बदल्नुहोस् डाबर रेड पेस्टसँग। यसमा छ 13 आयुर्वेदिक तत्व जसले डेन्टल प्रब्लम्स राख्छ टाढा।
स्वागत छ तपाईहरुलाई जगदम्बाको देश।
विशाल हिमालयको देश मेरो, ज्योतिको दीप बल्दा लाग्छ राम्रो। उत्साह छ, उमङ्ग छ, विकास छ, उन्नति छ, प्रगति छ मेरो आफ्नै देशको। मेरो देश मेरो जगदम्बा,
यही नै त हो जगदम्बाको देश। मेरो जगदम्बा सिमेन्ट।
आरती प्रिमियम चामल प्रस्तुत गर्दछ हात खाली नहुने नगद स्क्रैच कुपनहरू। प्रत्येक बोरा भित्र राखिएका कुपन स्क्रैच गरी रु 40 देखि रु 1000 सम्म नगद प्राप्त गर्नुहोस्। आरती स्क्रैच एन्ड विन धमाका। आरती प्रिमियम चामल, शुभारम्भ शुभ दिनको।
Welcome back. Now the news in detail. The clause-wise discussions on Amendment Bill of the new Constitution 2015 continued at Constituent Assembly on Wednesday also. 54 amendment proposals filed by lawmakers over the amendment bill would be tabled at the CA, while different political parties and lawmakers in Tuesday's CA meeting have already presented 8 amendment proposals. In the beginning of the meeting, Chairman of the Rashtriya Janamorcha and lawmaker Chitra Bahadur Kesi said that the major political parties' agreement to delineate the federal states by making a federal commission was right move, and argued that the country has been hit hard due to many agitation as the parties failed to remain firm on their stance. Stating that problem has surfaced after all have tried to move ahead, focusing themselves, Leader Kesi said that delineation of federal provinces should be corrected. Likewise, Nepali Congress lawmaker Dr. Shekhar Koirala expressed the view that it was necessary to include all communities in constitution writing process through the talks and discussions. Leader Koirala demanded to include the terminology religious freedom by removing secularism, as well as to include the phrase pluralism in the preamble of the constitution. He also stressed the need of promulgating the democratic constitution by forming state restructuring commission, as the issue of federalism is very complex. Meanwhile, a central working committee meeting of the Rashtriya Prajatantra Party Nepal on Wednesday decided to pull out the constitution drafting process. Party chairman Kamal Thapa tweeted the meeting's decision. RPP Nepal has been demanding declaring Nepal a Hindu state and has organized various rallies and protest program to press for their demand. The party is the 4th largest force in the CE. Political parties including Tarai Madhes Democratic Party, Federal Socialist Forum Nepal, Madhesi People's Rights Forum, Sadbhavana Party, Nepal Sadbhavana Party, Rashtriya Madhes Socialist Party, Tarai Madhes Sadbhavana Party, Tharuhat Tarai Party, Federal Democratic Rashtriya Manch Tharuhat, and independent lawmaker Chandraswar Jha have already boycotted the ongoing constitution writing process. 4 demonstrators died when police opened fire in Mahattari on Wednesday afternoon. Ram Vivek Yadav from Mahattari, Virisi 5, Rohan Chaudhary and Masua Kapur from Jaleshwar municipality, and another person who is yet to be identified died from bullet injuries. The police informed that they were compelled to open fire after the protesters surrounded the district police and pelted stones and set fire to the residence of justice at the district court. The other injured protesters have been referred to Janakpur. Meanwhile, the district administration office has clamped an indefinite curfew in Jaleshwar, which became effective from 8 p.m. Wednesday evening. A person was killed when security personnel opened fire on protesters during a violent clash at Bardaha of Saptari on Wednesday. The deceased has been identified as Ramkrishna Raut, 60, of Porta Vidisi. According to Chief District Officer Virendra Kumar Yadav, police opened fire in self-defense after protesters attacked security personnel Wednesday morning. The supporters and cadres of various Madhesi parties have been imposing an indefinite Madhes strike for 4 weeks. Meanwhile, to grip the ongoing situation of the area, District Administration Office Saptari imposed curfew in Bharda after a clash ensued between the protesters and security personnel who were trying to clear the hurdles from the highway. The curfew came into effect from 2 p.m. and will remain intact until 6 a.m. Thursday morning. The local administration also declared as Mahindra Highway as the prohibited zone. The Regional Police Office Bharda informed that the protesters dispersed after the highway was declared a prohibited area. Tension ran high in Biratnagar after strike enforcers clashed with police personnel on Wednesday. Police say that the clash ensued after cadres of the United Democratic Madhesi Front vandalized a police check post near the Nepal-India border in Morang at around 9 a.m. today and hurled stones at police. The UDMF has been staging demonstrations in the Tarai district for more than 3 weeks, putting forth various demands. Police said that they fired 16 rounds of rubber bullets in the air to take the situation under control. The district police office said that the police shot some rounds of tear gas shells as well. Later in the day, at least 20 people, including Sanghya Samajwadi Forum Nepal's lawmaker Usha Yadav, were injured in a fresh clash in Biratnagar, Morang on Wednesday. Fresh clash erupted between the protesters and security personnel at Road Cross Chowk, during which the latter intervened and charged baton after the demonstrators obstructed even cycles and rickshaws. The injured have been receiving medical attention at Kosi Zonal Hospital, Golden Hospital and Neuro Hospital. Earlier in the day, the protesters clashed with the security personnel at Rani, the bordering area between Viratnagar of Nepal and Jogbeni of India. Protesters protesting against the proposed 7 states demarcation model have attempted to set police personnel on fire by sprinkling petrol on them. Local police informed that the protesters sprinkled petrol on 2 Nepal police sub-inspectors, 2 armed police force assistant, 8 constables and 1 constable and tried to set them on fire. Their attempts were foiled only after police fired multiple rounds on air, which dispersed the protesting crowd. The protesters also vandalized a station at Viratnagar costumes and misbehaved a female police officer. It's time for a short break. Please stay tuned.
एक मुट्ठी माटो मेरो धरतीको एक मुट्ठी सास मेरो प्रकृतिको एक मुट्ठी रगत मेरो देशको यही मुट्ठी हामी सबैको पहिचान पौरख नेपालीहरूको पहिचान पौरख नेपाली
मुट्ठी हो मजबुती हो अल्ट्रा सिमेन्ट मजबुती मात्र होइन पूर्ण मजबुती
यो हो वज्रशक्ति सिमेन्ट सशक्त र दिगो निर्माणको लागि नेपाल गुणस्तर चिन्ह प्राप्त वज्रशक्ति सिमेन्ट शक्ति र रक्षाको प्रतीक।
मिडास ई क्लासमा भिडियो हेर्दै गेम खेल्दै पढ्न पाए अरु के चाहियो र?
मिडास ई क्लासमा त मेरो किताबको सबै लेसनहरुको अडियो भिडियो छ अनि गेम पनि छ।
आजको युगमा मिडास ई क्लास प्रयोग नगरे त बच्चाहरु पछि परिहाल्छन् नि।
Incorporated.
Hey, how's the new house looking? Hello?
It's
Presenting the new Aspira from Royale. A paint technologically so advanced, it comes with a 5-year warranty and Teflon surface protector. Aspira from Royale. It's beyond words.
सडक बन्द छ।
त्यही त खोल्न जादैछु। एउटा हात कतै छुटे सयौं हात जुट्छन् एउटा बाटो बन्द भए सयौं बाटो खुल्छन्
निराशाको बादललाई चिर्नु छ हाँसेरै हरेक सपनालाई साच्नु छ हाँसेरै हामी सक्छौं अघि बढ्छौं कहिले नझुक्ने नेपाली फेरि उठ्छौं
Racing, he's gonna arrive off to the airport in multi-drive.
Multi-drive, multi-drive, multi-drive.
Been working all week from 9 to 9.
Let's take a road trip with multi-drive. Multi-drive.
All new Bolt with multi-drive. Get, set, Bolt.
I want to tell you something about the paint I've been using in my new home.
Technology and innovation with 5-year warranty and Teflon surface protector make Royale Aspira so beautiful that it's beyond words.
Welcome back. Now, social development issues. Children are half more likely to die before their 5th birthday now than they were in 1990, researchers said on Wednesday, but a United Nations target has not been met. A report.
Of all under 5 deaths, almost half occur during a baby's first 4 weeks, said a new report by the World Health Organization, World Bank and United Nations, with 1 million babies dying per year on the first day of life. Assistant Director General of the WHO's Flavia Bustreo said that in order to get the further down, it is needed to focus on neonatal mortality, which makes early interventions by healthcare professionals to tackle killers like asphyxia and sepsis critical, as well as encouraging breastfeeding and early immunization. The report came as leaders prepare to meet in New York later this month to adopt the Sustainable Development Goals, a new plan of action for ending poverty. Covering the next 15 years, the SDGs replace the Millennium Development Goals, which expire this year. One of the MDGs was to cut the death rate of under 5s by 2/3 between 1990 and 2015. The rate fell by 53% according to the report. Deputy Executive Director of the United Nations Children Fund, Geeta Rao Gupta, said that the organization has to acknowledge a tremendous global progress. However, she told that the far too large number of children still dying from preventable causes before their 5th birthday should impel to redouble the efforts to do what is known needs to be done. Nearly half of all under 5 deaths are associated with malnutrition, said the study, which also said the rate of improvement is accelerating, with child mortality falling quicker since the millennium than it did in the 1990s. Under 5s in sub-Saharan Africa are 12 times more likely to die than those in rich countries. Nevertheless, many poor African countries, including Ethiopia, Uganda, and Tanzania, hit the 2/3 target. Assistant Director General Bustero assured that they know to prevent unnecessary newborn mortality, but remarked that the quality care around the time of childbirth could save thousands of lives every year. Around 16,000 children under 5 still die each day.
It's time for Business Update now.
Business news in association with ICFC Finance Limited, your complete banking solution. LG Smart Refrigerator. NB Bank Limited, the bank for everyone.
The government has adjusted the public transport fares in the Kathmandu Valley at 13 rupees after an agreement with transporters on Wednesday. As per the new adjustment, public vehicles fares have been reduced by 2.22% from earlier fare of 13.72 rupees in the local routes in the Kathmandu Valley. Though the fare after adjustment stands at 12.76 rupees, the government has decided to make it 13 rupees. Meanwhile, 11.50 rupees in 500 rupees and 22.20 rupees in 1000 rupees have also reduced the public fares outside the valley. Earlier, the government had formed a 4-member team to adjust the public fares. The government adjusts transport fares based on the scientific fare determination mechanism, which states that transport fares should be revised after change in fuel prices by 5 rupees a litre. However, the government was reluctant to reduce transport fares, citing that fuel prices, especially that of diesel, has not come down by 5 rupees per litre since the previous adjustment in fares. The government last adjusted transport fares in February. It's time for another short break. Please stay tuned.
हे भगवान, मेरो घरलाई मजबुत बनाउनु। म तपाईको ठूलो मन्दिर बनाएर राख्छु घरमा।
आफूले जे पाए त्यही सिमेन्ट प्रयोग गर्ने अनि घरको जिम्मा हाम्रो।
यसो भयो भगवान, म के गरौँ?
त्रिदेव पीपीसी सिमेन्ट, 3 विशेष गुणयुक्त शुद्ध नेपाली सिमेन्ट।
टेक्नोलोजी सँगै हामी पनि अघि बढिरहेका छौं। हरेक कुरा डिजिटल भइरहेको छ भने टिभी हेर्ने तरिका किन सधैँ उस्तै त? त्यसैले त हामीले घरमा क्लियर टिभी जोडिसक्यौं।
धेरै एचडी च्यानलहरू सहित प्रष्ट टिभी हेराइको अनुभव लिनका लागि घर ल्याउनुहोस् क्लियर टिभी।
प्लिज प्लिज डिनर रेडी भइसक्यो, जाऊ न।
क्लियर टिभी।
नाउ मेरो सुपर एस, म छु धेरै कमाल। काम गर्छु यसरी, बनाउँछु सबलाई मालामाल। गल्ली होस् या गाउँ सहर घुम्यो, टाटा सुपर एस सबैलाई मन पर्यो।
टाटा सुपर एस, सी प्रदीप ट्रेडिङ प्राली, थापाथली काठमाडौँ।
Welcome back. Now some sports update.
Sports news in association with Red Bull, the one and only energy drink.
Wayne Rooney made history by breaking Sir Bobby Charlton's all-time England goal scoring record in the Euro 2016 qualifier against Switzerland at Wembley. England captain Rooney equalled Charlton's tally of 49 with a penalty in the victory against San Marino on Saturday that ensured a place in France next summer. In addition, he was on the spot again late on in Tuesday's match against the Swiss for goal number 50 to erase a record that has stood for 45 years. It looked like Rooney might be made to wait until England's meeting with Estonia at Wembley next month as Switzerland frustrated Roy Hodgson's side until their resistance was eventually broken. England substitute Harry Kane pierced the deadlock with a crisp finish after 67 minutes, and Rooney rewrote the record books with a thunderous penalty 6 minutes from time, earning a standing ovation from the Wembley gallery. It ensured his side completed 8 wins out of 8, security top spot in Group E. Serena Williams overcame her sister Venus at the US Open to move within 2 victories of her first calendar Grand Slam. The world number 1 held her nerve to win 6-2, 1-6 and 6-3 and reached the semi-finals in New York. Serena, 33, will play unseeded Italian Roberta Vinci in the last 4 on Thursday. The American could become the first player to win all 4 majors in the same year since Steffi Graf in 1988. Venus, 35, was playing in the 4th round at Flushing Meadows for the first time since 2010, but threatened to derail her sister's grand ambitions. The 23rd seed battled back to force a final set, only to see younger sister Serena capitalize on an early service break and claim her 33rd straight win at the Slams. The Williams sisters had played each other 26 times on the professional circuit, but their 27th contest was as highly anticipated as any. Serena might already hold all 4 Slam titles, but a bid to win them all in the same year has elevated tennis in the US sporting headlines. A lengthy preceding match meant Tuesday's night session was delayed and expectancy rose outside Arthur Ashe Stadium as 23,000 spectators waited to take their sets for the night session. Now some international updates. European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker has announced plans that he says will offer a swift, determined and comprehensive response to Europe's migrant crisis. Under the proposals, 120,000 additional asylum seekers would be distributed among EU nations with binding quotas. It comes after a surge of thousands of mainly Syrian migrants pushed north through Europe in recent days. President Juncker told the European Parliament that it was not a time to take fright. He said tackling the crisis was a matter of humanity and human dignity. His other proposal was that the Commission to propose a list of safe countries to which migrants would generally have to return, among others, a permanent relocation system to deal with crisis situations more swiftly in the future, and efforts to strengthen the EU's common asylum system. Germany, the main destination for many migrants, support quotas, but some EU countries oppose a compulsory system. There were chaotic scenes on southern border of Hungary with Serbia, with migrants breaking through police lines at the Roski camp and forcing the closure of one of the main highways. France welcomed the first of 1,000 migrants it has placed to take from Germany, having committed to receive 24,000 migrants over 2 years. Conditions were reported to be improving on the Greek holiday island of Lesbos, where thousands of migrants have now been screened and put aboard ferries to Athens in a new government drive. In a separate development, Australia has announced plans to take in 12,000 Syrian refugees. Queen Elizabeth II reached a major milestone Wednesday, becoming the longest reigning monarch in Britain's history by passing Queen Victoria, who served for 63 years and 7 months. Prime Minister David Cameron said millions of Britons would celebrate the historic moment. The Queen and her husband, Prince Philip, planned one public event, although it was not directly connected to the milestone. They are inaugurating a new train route along the Scottish borders. The Queen waved to crowds at Waverley Station in Edinburgh as she boarded a train bound for the opening ceremony. The arrival of her helicopter had been delayed by fog and poor visibility in Scotland. Queen Elizabeth, who is concluding her extended summer holiday in Scotland, was expected to speak briefly at the ceremony. Former Prime Minister Sir John Major praised the Queen's long presence as a tonic for Britons. British legislators planned to mark the milestone in Parliament, and newspapers were filled with special souvenir tributes to the Queen. Buckingham Palace marked the event by releasing an official photograph of the Queen taken by Mary McCartney, a photographer who is the daughter of former Beatle Paul McCartney. Elizabeth came to the throne in 1952 upon the death of her father, King George VI. It's time for 24 weather updates now. And that was a weather update. And before we wrap up, headlines once again. Clause-wise discussions on Amendment Bill of the new Constitution 2015 continue at Constituent Assembly. At least 5 people lost lives in a bloody violence in different parts of the country. Government adjusts public transport fares after an agreement with transporters. Rooney makes history by breaking Charlton's goal scoring record in the Euro 2016 qualifier against Switzerland. And European Commission President Juncker announces plans to offer comprehensive response to Europe's migrant crisis. Well, that brings us to the end of this bulletin. Thank you for watching news. Good night. Namaste.
News 1030 is brought to you by Jagadamba Steel, Desh ko Merudanda, NCell, Jagadamba Cement, Century Bank, Saral Banking,